Welcome to another edition of Wings Weekly. I'm Aaron Smith, joined as always by head coach and general manager Scott Langer. Scott, big home weekend this past weekend, able to get a weekend sweep of the Minot Minotauros. A huge 4 points, kicking it off Friday, 2-1 win. Minot strikes first. They were able to throw a puck actually that ended up hitting off a defender's skate and went to the back of the net to take a 1-0 lead. And then it was the Wings in the first period after that. Getting their offensive production from Cade Moxham, scores his 20th of the season at the 18:04 mark. Jibber Cool bats in one out of the air for his 14th of the season at the 19-minute mark. So both goals late in the first period. And then Cunningham basically shuts the door from there on out, stopping 31 of 32 shots he faced. Big 2-1 win Friday night. Um, give us your thoughts on that as far as how big of it. Obviously, it was an important win, but to get off the weekend on the right foot and kind of get our footing out there, get those big 2 points, and then going into Saturday night.
Yeah. I mean, it was obviously it didn't start the way we wanted it to start, and we've had a few of those starts where we've had some unlucky bounces, and again that happens. So, but I think the positive is our guys upped their game after that, and found a way to finish that period, coming in here into the dressing room with a 2-1 lead. And defensively, the second and the third period and our goaltending, I thought was very, very good. I mean, that's a team that can score goals, and we just didn't allow them many grade A chances.
Yeah, and obviously momentum going into Saturday. Somewhat of an offensive explosion Saturday night, putting up 7 goals, ending up with a 7-2 Saturday win and weekend sweep. Again, a huge 4 points, obviously, as the playoff race is concerned. But just rundown of Saturday's game. Jibber gets the lone goal of the first period with his 15th of the season, second of the weekend. The second period was all Wings as Backo made it 2-0 with his 13th of the year. Tishkovich gets his 13th of the year, and Wilson scores his 14th of the season to make it 4-0 Wings after two. Minot does score early in the third, but Tishkovich responds, getting his second of the game, 14th of the season, just 20 seconds later. So a big uh, it's 4-1 at that point. Like you said, they're a very offensive team, so they could have made a run there. Tishkovich goal kind of puts a stop to that and gets the momentum back on our side. Matthew Martin Gaudreau scores his fourth of the year. Minot gets another, but it would be Jibber scoring his third of the weekend, 16th of the year with the empty netter to take the 7-2 Saturday night win. Cunningham, once again, great in net all weekend, stopping 34 or 36 on Saturday. Just what were you able to see on from Saturday's game?
Yeah, I mean, it started right from the drop of the puck. Just our tenacity. I mean, we were getting pucks back right away. A lot of the 50-50 battles went our way. We were good on the dot. It was just an all-around good game, and we got out, and obviously we made some hockey plays. And when you make plays, you have the ability to score goals, and we did. And it's against a really good hockey team, but that's what we needed. We needed a game like that because our guys have been working really hard in practice, and obviously the last seven games or so they've been playing a good brand of hockey. And we caught Minot on a night, and obviously that was a great game for our confidence and for our fans.
Yeah, and talk a little bit about Damien Cunningham. He's been sharp lately. He gave up 3 goals this weekend on 68 shots faced against a team that's put up 206 goals so far in the season. So just talk a little bit about him and his performance over the weekend, not only this last weekend, but also against Watertown the week before, and just how he's been playing as of late.
Yeah, I think he's playing his best hockey right now, and that's all you can ask of. I mean, when we recruited Damon in the summer and brought him through the process, we brought him here with him being the guy that can help us get into the playoffs and make a playoff run. And he's doing everything he can right now to make that happen.
Yeah, and then on the other end of that, another star, I guess, as the offensive part of it, Jibber Cool scoring 3 goals this past week and had a couple of assists too. He's kind of stepped his game up late in the season. Obviously, you want to see that, and the players playing well. Talk a little bit about his play lately.
Yeah, really good. Arguably the best player on the ice here for the last month. He's just such a smart, high IQ hockey player. Ability to score, ability to make plays. Obviously, he's a big kid that can skate. So, he puts the work in. Jibber's a guy. It's Monday today. Today was a maintenance day for most of the guys. He's out there working on his game. That's just the type of kid he is, and he's got a real serious approach to his game, and he gets rewarded for it. But he's definitely doing a really good job for us, and that line with him, Lilson, and many great horses. That seems like they got a little bit of chemistry.
Yeah, absolutely. And putting yourself into a spot where haven't clinched a playoff spot yet, but hopefully that's coming. Speaking of that, upcoming games, North Iowa coming to town this weekend, April 11th and 12th. We haven't seen them since before Christmas. We had early games with them here, and then we traveled there twice in December. 4-2 on the year, head-to-head in the season. What do you expect to see from them? What have you seen on tape as of late as they come into the Odde this weekend? Final regular season.
They're still working really hard. They have some skill in their lineup. They can skate. Just watching some of the video, I thought they played Austin really, really hard this past weekend. And when our two teams get together, it's always a hard fought match. So I expect them to come in here and trying to ruin our chances of being a playoff hockey team. And we're going to have to be ready. We're going to have a good week of preparation, and we're going to have to play another good game like we did Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, and speaking of that, quick look at the standings. Bismarck, 92 points on top of the Central Division. They actually clinched the Central Division and the President's Cup over the weekend with home sweep of the Mallards, winning that Saturday game to clinch the overall NAHL regular season championship in overtime. Austin moves into second. They swept North Iowa this past weekend. They're at 85 points. Minot stays at 81 points, so they are in third. Wings are in fourth right now with 68 points, 1 point needed to clinch that playoff berth for the 8th straight season. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. But St. Cloud right behind them, 63 points. They had a 3-point weekend playing Thursday and Friday this past weekend, getting a shootout win and a shootout loss against Watertown. Just quickly looking at their upcoming week, they've actually got 6 points on the table with 3 games, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thursday, they're playing the Mallards, and then Friday and Saturday, another home and home against Watertown. North Iowa in 44 points, swept by Austin. Watertown right behind them. They've made a great run as of late. They're at 43 points. Hopefully getting some points this weekend and hopefully surpassing North Iowa if they're not able to get any points against us. And then Mallards at 24 points. So we're down to the final 2 games of the regular season versus North Iowa. As I mentioned, we need a point to secure the 8th straight playoff berth. COVID year, we were sitting in a playoff position at that point, but not counting that one. What does that say about the culture and just the organization that we've established here as far as a possibility of 8 straight trips to the Robertson Cup playoffs?
I mean, it's part of the standard here. It's an expectation that when we recruit these guys that they want to be winners and they want to be in the playoffs. They want to compete in the playoffs. And, the ultimate goal is obviously always to win the cup at the very end. So, it says a lot about our cultures. It says a lot about the young men that we've brought in here over the years and the job that they've done. They work extremely hard and they deal with a lot of adversity throughout the seasons, but we've found a way to get into the postseason each of those years. And again, this year we're working towards that, one more time.
Absolutely. And once again, home this weekend, final home regular season games of the year against North Iowa. Friday night's Odde Shrine Teddy Bear Toss night. Bring a stuffed animal to throw onto the ice after the first Wings goal. Those animals will be donated to local charities. Saturday is the home jersey auction, so plan to stick around with Val Jark and Jarker Worley Auctions after the game for a live auction. And that game is presented by My Place Hotels. Thanks again, Scott, for taking some time with us. And Ryan will be right back with Leo Bulgakov after this.
Pro Ag Supply leads the game with channel seed, liquid fertilizer, and tanks. With 3 generations of family service, we've spent over 40 years growing relationships with your family. So whether it's game day or planting day, Pro Ag Supply and Channel Seed are by your side. Pro Ag Supply.
L&O Transport and Farm wants you. They're currently hiring Class A CDL truck drivers and farm operators. Experience preferred, but not necessary. L&O offers great benefits like a 401k, 100% health, and year-end bonuses. Pay depends on experience, but wages are very competitive. They run the newest late model equipment and take pride in what they do. L&O Acres and Transport is a family-run business. Come be part of the L&O family. Give them a call at 605-226-0732.
Welcome back to the second portion of Wings Weekly. This week we have Leonid Bulgakov from Minsk, Belarus. Last week we had Nikolai Tishkovich, who is also from. And did you guys play together back home?
Yes, we played in the same team for 9 years, I believe.
Okay. So you guys knew each other before coming here and everything. Awesome. So, being here for a couple years and everything, we've mic'd you up. You've been on this show. So we have a general idea of how you got into hockey. But last year around this time, you committed to Augustana University. And so talk about what your commitment process was like. What was the decision-making process behind all of that?
So basically I had two offers. It was Alaska and Augustana. And Alaska gave me 1 weekend to process the offer, and Augustana called me and invited me to visit their campus. And I decided, it's like great opportunities. You got a brand new team, brand new ice rink, like all new new everything. And good school program. And I visited their campus on the next day. It's kind of small, but it has everything, so I just like it. And on the next day I received a call from coach. He said, "Hey Leo, like we like you. You're really bad in English, but you're just scared to speak. So like you're just getting better and better, and we're just happy to have you for next 4 years or whatever." So I was like really excited to say definitely yes. And that's it.
And your English, by the way, from last year to this year, can you tell that it's gotten better, or?
Yes, I definitely can tell it's got better. I mean, I understand more easily. I can construct my sentence easily. And I mean, I still have issues, like a lot of issues that I have to work on, but it's definitely got better.
Yeah. Your decision making going to Augustana too, did it have a little bit to do with the fact that you were going to be close to your Aberdeen Wings fan base too?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've been in 3 billet houses, and maybe it will help me somehow. So as they're close, it might help me in the future. Like, what if I have some problem? I have somebody to ask something for. They can come and watch my games. I mean, still like have friends here. Something like they can visit me, they can support me. Yeah. So definitely it made an effect.
So are you excited to have some of those Augie home games and look up in the crowd and see some familiar faces?
It could be nice.
Yeah. Over the two, and this is kind of just a fun fact for you, because I don't know if you actually know this.
Okay.
But over the 2 years of you being here, you've entered 4th for franchise all-time goals.
Oh, really?
And 5th for franchise all-time penalty minutes per season. You also have
what can I say?
7 game-winning goals, 6 of which come from this season alone. Do you feel like you have, this being your age-out season, do you feel like you have left your mark on the Aberdeen Wings organization?
I mean, yes, definitely. Every guy who came here, and even if they didn't score or something, they definitely left their mark here. But I don't know, you just cannot stop going. You're just trying to go on every game and score more goals, make an effect for your team, like good effect, not bad, as this penalty minutes. So you just going on the ice every game and just trying to be the best. I don't know.
Talk about, playing in Aberdeen in general. This was your first time coming over to the States, right? Playing here, or one of your first long time experiences, living experiences here.
Experience, I could say.
But how have you liked your playing experience here in Aberdeen as a whole?
It's a huge fan base in Aberdeen. Every game, you're like so excited to hear something from the stands, like "Hey, Leo," something like this, or they're just real supportive. Every time after games, if you have skate with the fans, they'll like comment and saying like really kind of words, so it's really motivate you. I don't know. About league, it's just harder, probably physically. Everybody just so tough, and you have to get used to it so quickly because you don't have time to relax. I think it's the main differences.
Because we've had this conversation before where back home you played on bigger ice.
Yes.
So coming over here, playing on smaller ice and everything, you had to adapt to that pretty quickly.
Yeah, so basically in Europe we have European ice rinks. It's bigger, it's like wider and longer, but in the past 2 or 3 years they tried to change it, and most of our ice rinks are Canadians rinks. So I had experience to play on smaller rinks, and I cannot say I used to it, but it definitely made something to get used to faster for this league.
Yeah, which is probably how you got all those penalty minutes in these past couple years, right?
Yes.
And then segues into what has been your favorite memory so far in junior hockey and with the Aberdeen Wings?
Junior hockey, probably when I scored to Bismarck in overtime in a playoff. Yes, suddenly we lost them last year in first round, but it was a really nice memory. So
to even take them to that game 5 was like monumental.
Yes, it was really good. So it was first goal I scored in the third period, and then we went in overtime, and it was a game-winning goal. So it was really nice.
All right, we'll take a step away from your playing of hockey here for a second. So you win tickets. I love to ask this question, but I've asked it to Minnesota kids, so I kind of knew what their answer was going to be, but I'm excited to see what you're going to say for this. You win tickets to Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final. Okay. Which 4 teammates are you taking with you? And what 2 teams are you hoping to see play in it?
4 teammates from our team? Jibber, Sebi, Ryder, Tish, Mox, Johnny.
I said 4.
Oh, you said 4.
4 teammates.
I thought you said 14.
No, you can
take
like 4
14.
teammates.
I have to name 14 teammates.
4 teammates.
4. Okay.
So narrow that down.
Let's make it harder, yeah. Jibber, Sebi, Ryder, probably.
Okay. And what 2 teams are you hoping to see play in Game 7? Who's taking home the Stanley Cup?
I know it's not going to happen, but I'd be really excited to see Pittsburgh and Washington, but Pittsburgh do not make it. So.
And you want Pittsburgh to win it?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, like Crosby, my favorite player. So,
okay.
And yes.
Okay. So if you had to drive to this game, out of those teammates, who are you letting play music on the road trip?
Sebi.
Okay.
Sebi.
And who's not getting the aux cord?
Jibber.
That's surprising. I thought Jibber had some okay music taste, but not according to you.
His music taste. So like every time that he's on aux, it's it might play like country, and then hip hop.
Okay.
And you're like, huh? It's like changing moves so fast.
Yeah. Okay. So it needs to be like one thing. You don't like it to be all over the place?
At least a little bit smoother. Like this transition has to be a little bit smoother.
Okay. Gotcha. So yesterday too, Ovechkin passed Gretzky's record.
Yeah.
Did you get to see any of the clips or anything like that?
Yeah, I saw a lot of clips.
A lot of
probably every single one. I've been scrolling Instagram, TikTok, like everything.
It's
like
just
YouTube.
all over the place.
Yes.
Who do you think will be the next player to break the record?
I'm not sure. I'm not even sure it's gonna be someone. It's a really huge accomplishment.
It is
like 895 goals.
It could happen.
I cannot even commentate it. It's huge.
It is huge. So you don't have any player in mind?
No,
you think it's going to stay like that for a really long time?
No.
Awesome. Do you yourself have any hockey superstitions?
Do not touch my sticks.
Mm-hmm.
And before a game, especially.
Yep.
And I think that's it. I'm not really picky. I don't know.
Yeah.
Picky.
You're not a right to left kind of guy. You just put on your equipment, go out there, and.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like when somebody just like talk about my goals. Like, hell yeah, let's go score a goal for me. Like, what do you mean score a goal for me? Just like you go on and play in the hockey and not about goals.
Yeah.
So.
And then, because this ties into the games this weekend, obviously Teddy Bear Toss is this Friday. Who is scoring the Teddy Bear Toss goal?
Me. I scored.
And if it's not you?
Whatever is the goal. If it's not me, it's still me.
Very funny.
Gibber.
Okay.
Gibber.
He's on a little bit of a heater, so.
Yeah.
Moving on to this past weekend's game, obviously some huge home wins for a playoff push against Minot. Huge sweep against them too. The first time that we've done that this season.
Yeah.
How important was it for this team to be able to get 2 huge wins against Minot, especially getting this close to playoffs?
I mean, it was definitely really big. We were tied with St. Cloud for playoff games. Now we swept Minot. I don't know, just North Iowa left. We just gotta win them, and we're in the playoffs. So I don't even know how to commentate. It's just huge.
Mm-hmm.
Just Minot, really good team, and it was really tough to play against them. But as you see, we're better. We can do this. We can win everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Base Marcosta, Minot, doesn't matter what team it is. Like they have a really good band here, a lot of good players. Everybody on the heat right now, especially Gibber, Moxie, Sebi, like everybody. I don't know.
Which segues perfectly into the next question. Do you think it boosts the team's overall confidence going into the games this weekend to be able to get a home sweep like that?
I mean, yeah, sure. So first of all, we're home. It's our barn. We're like on fire. We won 7 games in a row, right? We won 7 games in a row. It definitely gives us some kind of boost. It says that yes, we can do this. We've done it before, and yeah, I don't know if I can say it. Like North Iowa, it's not a good team as Minot. So, I mean, I understand you cannot say it. You never can say it because they can come and beat you.
Team.
Yes, yeah. But I mean, it's true. Minot is a like really great team. So we just gotta go and win them.
Mm-hmm. And then, like we were saying, North Iowa is a team that we haven't seen in a while. Obviously, they have taken us to overtime a couple of times. So what are going to be some keys to the games this weekend?
Just all the same. Just play our game, forecheck, back check, more shots. Just play as a team. That's it.
Forecheck, back check, paycheck, right?
Yeah, all of this. Right.
So like we were saying, upcoming games, next home games versus North Iowa Bulls, Friday, April 11th, is the Yelda Shrine Teddy Bear Toss. Bring a stuffed animal to throw onto the ice after the first Wings goal. According to Leo, it will be him. Animals will be donated to local charities. Saturday, April 5th, is the Wings home jersey auction with Val Jark of Jark Whirly Auction. Whose jersey is going for the most? Should have asked you that too.
Luke Beckel.
Oh, that's good. Or Cunnies.
Luke Beckel.
I'm wrong. All right, the jersey auction will be immediately following the game. We will hold a live auction for this year's home jerseys. Corporate sponsor is My Place Hotels. Tickets available for all Wings home games at tickets.aberdeenwings.com or any of the Sea Express locations in Aberdeen. Sponsorships and reserved season tickets are now available for the 2025-2026 season. Call Aaron at 605-380-5852 for more information. And for all the latest news and information on the Wings, visit aberdeenwings.com or follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram. Once again, Leonid Bulgakov, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Thanks to you.
And that'll wrap up this week's Wings Weekly.